Welcome back to yet another episode of the Bloomington Dev Diaries. Now, before we get started with any of the main new core gameplay mechanics that were added within this time period, I had to completely tear out and redo the entire road network of the city due to a bug that I mentioned in the last video. There's also an issue where if you go on a certain part of the road, it will treat it as if you're on an off-road surface, despite you quite literally being on the road. As a result of that, everything now drives as intended. Now with this new road system, you can drive just about anywhere on the road, on any section of the map, whether it be in the city or on the bridges, which I will get to momentarily, without having your speed reduce. Like, if I were to go on this bridge, it used to be able to force your car or bike down to 36, whatever the units are for travel. Like, once I get to this park, how it will be. Like, this is where you maxed out on that side of the road. And now it's up to the normal maximum 72, which it should be. So yeah, that's first thing I had to cover. So now that that is addressed, let's move on to the actual gameplay mechanics that were added between the last Dev Diary and this one. So, first off, I added a mechanic where you could go fishing and sell the fish that you fish. I don't even know how else to put it, but that's how I put it. It's an incredibly harmless way to other players and the law to collect money in this game. All you need to do is buy a fishing rod from one of the stores down in the waterfront area of Oakford, go to the nearby pier, go fishing, and then cross the street into Paradise to the fish market and sell the fish. It gives a little gold depending on which fish you catch up, but it's overall a pretty reliable way on earning money because, well, it's fish. Another way you can earn money in Bloomington is, well, cash registers. It's definitely on the more illegal side when it comes to, like, thinking how to play this game without breaking any laws, but in all honesty, who cares about that? This is basically GTA Online minus the flying bikes, but with an elephant that we will address later on. But that's not the only way you can make money in Bloomington, because there is an additional way, which is definitely more like the last one, where if you go to Uptown, you'll meet up with an NPC. Yes, I am adding NPCs. More of those will be covered in the next Dev Diary, where you can get thermite and eventually do a bank job. Yeah, there is definitely some strategy and skill required. Like, you have to figure out how to properly do it without dying, because if you die, you might get taken right across the map. That would definitely be problematic. But in the end, you do get a big chunk of gold, like 700 per, and the banks also reset every 20 minutes. So, yeah. I also did a separate run, which I did entirely deathless, and you can see within the accolade, it tells you not to do this IRL. I'm saying that because it would be incredibly stupid. You're not Michael DeSanta. You're gonna get arrested for a long time. And if you say that I did it, you're also gonna get me in hot water. So I'm telling you, don't do it. It's stupid. You'll ruin your life. And speaking of accolades, I also did numerous accolades. For example, taking down guards within the bank jobs, doing races, which I will mention later, sitting in a plastic chair for 90 seconds. Yes, that is a feature. You get a little bit of XP, though. So I wouldn't suggest doing that for a long time. And also by eliminating other people and by playing for 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes you get XP. So, yeah. I figured out how to do accolades properly, so if you play Bloomington, you're not doing it for nothing. As for a different mechanic, I made it so that the elevator within one of the buildings actually somewhat functions akin to the one in Rockwood. However, you can't access the middle two floors because, well, they're more or less just placeholders. You know how lazy I am. And speaking of races, yes, I did add a racing mechanic where you can do a specific time trial, takes about 2 minutes, and grants about 50 gold upon completion. So, it's worth it. And as you can see on screen, there is the ability to enable or disable first-person mode. So that is now an additional gameplay mechanic which can be used once this map eventually drops. However, there are still some incredibly minor bugs, such as sometimes the race completely just bricks itself and thinks that you've completed a lap already when you're still in progress. So that will definitely be fixed by then. That's all I really can observe at this moment in time. So I will definitely see you very soon with Dev Diary 3, as a lot of the work that I have put in has been split up into two. One, because I want to categorize, and two, because I need more content, because I'm not going to get to 1,000 subscribers if I don't upload consistently. So yeah, if you can help support me by sharing this project around and whatnot, yeah, thank you. And I really hope that once this does eventually drop in like 30 years, you'll enjoy it. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.